Welcome in to another episode of the DNVR Rapids podcast. It's a Loser's Lounge, and we are presented by Vaca TV, the homies. I am joined by the gravedigger himself, El Yasolina, the super producer, Yahir Vazquez, my guy. His green screen's messing him up, but he's throwing up the deuce.
I'm still here, kind of.
Well, you're still here? Is it going to be a tough one?
Kind of. Emotionally, I'm gone, but physically, I'm still here, unfortunately.
Love that. This is going to be a spicy one. Below us, an outdoorsman of the finest quality, the graphics man himself, downtown, Duane Brown. How you doing?
Hey, friends. It's going to be okay.
Duane is
oh, man. I've got a loud motorcycle.
Surprisingly
I got to mute.
Surprisingly chipper from Duane right now. Rapids fall 4-1 in Nashville. Hat trick from Hani Mukhtar gives him 19 on the season. He's at 30 goal contributions. Definitely right in the middle of the MLS MVP race. Rapids get a really nice run of play goal for Giassi Zardes, his 8th of the season. Rubio does not get one. And the Rapids, who put every one of their eggs in this basket, they said they rested, they pulled players, they said this was the game. Everything they said, everything they did, this was the game. This was the game. This was them saying, we are going to win this game. Forget Philly. It's going to be tough. We're going to rest guys up, suspensions, whatever. We have injuries. We're going to rest up. We're going to go into Nashville. We're going to save our season with the win. And it was the same old bullshit. The same old thing. We've seen every road game. They open up their season-long 3-game road trip with 2 losses in a -9 goal differential. And I thought I had a rant in me, and I'm kind of lost for words. I'm upset. I don't understand why this team thought they had the cachet to punt one game and say they were going to win another on the road when they've only won one road game all year. And it was the most bonkers game in the MLS any of us have seen. Oh, man, am I going to have to drink ketchup now? Man, I'm just, like what? The words I don't have. Do you have them? I mean, what's your...
I have an easy explanation of why they punted on Saturday last week. I can tell you why. They knew they weren't good enough to face Philly, and they thought they had a better shot against Nashville. There's a team that knows what they are and aren't, and they thought they were at the level of Nashville, and apparently they aren't.
They're nowhere close. They're nowhere close.
They've allowed 10 goals in the last 2 games. I've only scored 1. I'm usually the positive one, the one that's always trying to give this team the hype. I'm not even a loss for words. I'm just like, as a Rapids fan, you know this is going to happen to you eventually. This is not a surprise. It just hurts every time it happens. And I'm just sitting here watching them play, and I'm like, "There's 45 minutes, man. You can tell they really want it. You can tell they really want it." And I'm getting hyped. I'm like, "Yeah, they're down 1-0, but they're working hard. They're not stopping. They're getting this done." Second half rolls around, and they just lose control completely of who they are, lose control of everything they do. And it's really annoying. Like, it's really annoying that every time you think they're going to turn things around and they give you a little bit of hope, even if it's for a minute, they just never get to the place where they need to be. And I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed because I thought this team was different from everything else we've seen in the past from Rapids teams. And this feels like it happens to them every year. And last year it happened to them on the playoffs, unfortunately. But they always give you hope. They always give you a reason to watch, and I love them for that. I just wish one of these times they actually finished and gave me a reason to cheer.
This is their 18th game of 28, 18th game of 28 they've played where they have failed to score 2 goals. 18 of 28 games this season. 18. This team is a mess. This team has no chance of scoring goals. If you score 2 goals, the Rapids are not going to win. And forget the Minnesota and Red Bulls games, because those are just anomalies. Those are not the trends you can look at and take anything from, because this team just doesn't have it. They just can't score. And it is such an indictment. They have now scored, well, I mean, after the game on Saturday against Philly, they've scored more than 2 goals as many times as Philly has scored 6 goals this season. It is embarrassed. They should be embarrassed at their offensive output from this season.
I don't think the offense is the embarrassing part. I think the defense, because they've never been known for goal scoring, high scoring games. They've never been known for high flying scores, but their defense has always been sturdy. They've been known for their defense. They've been known for being stable in the back line, making sure nothing gets behind, making it a gritty game, and they can't even do that anymore. They've lost all control. And I say this every damn pod, and I say it constantly. Jack Price missing from this team has been biggest loss of the year. And it's not what he contributes on the pitch as a player, even though that's amazing. It's the leadership on the pitch. You can tell he keeps the players in check, and that's just a sign of a great leader. And unfortunately, I know Rulio has tried, I know Yarbrough has tried, and I'm sure they do a great job, and I'm sure they have a lot of respect in the locker room, but that's just not Jack Price. Jack Price is the guy that everybody looks up to, and that's the guy they need on the pitch. And just the unfortunate injuries he's had, and I'll give them a break, man. Like, as upset as I am right now, I'll give them a break and say injuries derailed your season. Right now it hurts, but I can look back this year at the end of the year and be like, okay, injuries were a part of were one of the reasons that you weren't good. Prove to me that injuries were the only reason that you weren't good this year, and turn around and give me a good season next year.
Sure. Duane, I have a question for you, and I will pose it to Yaya after I pose it to you here. Maybe it's just me, but this team has been giving up goals left and right. And I am not saying it is. I'm asking the question. Is it time to have a Yarby discussion?
No.
No?
No. These goals are not Yarby's fault. I mean, if we're having a Yarby discussion, that means that Yarby is the best goaltender ever in the history of goaltenders to deal with these mental collapses. Like, Yarby is not the issue here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying anything is the issue. I've just said, you pointed out the defense. The offense is terrible. But are we saying that those are the bad things? Midfield, but goals good?
Yarby is not even a issue. No one, even your beloved Tim Howard, would get lit up, behind the defensive mistakes of this club. So I don't think it's Yarby. I won't go into any more because I know that was a question for both of us. So I'll let you respond to that. See what you think.
I'm at the point where I'm gonna start hashtag Free Willy, man. Like, dude is an absolute baller. He doesn't deserve a lot of the blame. Can he be better?
He's good. I think he's good, but I don't think he's been very good.
The thing is, can he be better in his passing game? I think that second goal he allowed, I think that was on Lewis. I mean, that was on Yarby, not Lewis, for giving Lewis a horrible pass.
Yeah. Like,
he gave him a bad pass. Honestly, Lewis should have let it go. But that started the counter. And I don't know I don't know if it was the second or third one, but maybe his passing needs to be better. But I think as a goalie, he's good. Like, I think he's been great. He's actually kept the Rapids in games that Rapids have no reason to be in. I think it just comes down to the defense putting him in a bad spot really early and not allowing him to shine and be the guy he needs to be.
I believe he has yet to stop a penalty this season, which is definitely a mark that you would want to see at least a little better. I don't think it's time to have a Yarby conversation, but there's been a lot of goals against the Rapids lately, and it's definitely worth posing the question, but the answer is no. It's not time to have that Yarby conversation.
On the broadcast, did you catch Fleming talking about Yarby is the 4th all time and Clint is the 2nd all time in shutouts?
He's one for what?
Shutouts in club history.
He's 4th, yeah.
Yeah, he's 4th and Clint 2nd. The
Yeah.
Rapids have 2 of their top 5 goalkeepers in shutouts on the squad currently, which is insane.
I think that is more an indictment of the Rapids' ability to find goalkeepers throughout their franchise history.
Oh, what are you saying about Tim Howard? Are we getting the truth about Tim Howard? People, sound the alarms. We finally got the truth out of Mitch.
No, Tim Howard's great. That was
Howard
it was the end of his career. It's only going to get you a couple seasons. There's
We finally
25
got it.
others. There's 20 others.
That was some villainous
Stop it.
work by Yahya just then.
Stop.
Stop.
A setup just so I can take him down.
Stop.
Inside job.
Stop. Pull up that Logan comment there that just came up, if you would. Yeah. Joseph, our homie Joseph Samuelson is up there in the comments as usual. Hani Mukhtar has scored 5 goals against the Rapids. Duane, do you know where 5 goals would rank on the Rapids scoring chart for the season?
You talking about for one player?
Yes.
It would be 3rd behind Rubio and Zardes.
Correct. In 2
Hey!
games, in 2 games, in 2 matches, 180 minutes plus stoppage, Hani Mukhtar has scored more goals than all but 2 Rapids players have scored this season. That is disgusting. Disgusting. That is I'm like, I understand on a game-to-game basis the problem is the defense, right? Like, absolutely. These mistakes, these turnovers in the midfield, these leaks where they don't mark someone on runs. But also, the margin for error is so low that one mistake that costs a goal means this team won't be able to score enough to win a game. Ever. Because they can't. They can't. No one can score on this team. Rubio, since he got his 12th and we made our wonderful Rubio chasing the record graphic, has scored 0 goals. It's brutal.
Yeah.
I'll take blame for that one.
Is it time to talk about Yaya's record graphics as a curse to the player he makes?
It is. I think it's time we have.
I take full credit for everything that's wrong with this team. I will die for this badge. I will take it.
Yaya's fault.
I will take it. I am sorry, guys. The reason the Rapids suck is because of me right now, guys. I take full responsibility. Don't blame the players. Turn on your YouTube. Go into the DNVR channel. Follow the DNVR and then blame me in the comments.
Yeah, we like that.
Finally solved it, guys. Good job.
Solved it. I do love that we're all kind of wearing black because we all knew it was the Rapids funeral today.
I almost put that in the tweet of the show, but thought that'd be a little harsh. So
that's what my tweet was.
Funeral. I'm your host, Mitchell Carroll. I'm joined by my esteemed co-counsel.
That was my first tweet in 2 days. Wearing black for the Rapids funeral.
Yeah, B-Ray, love it. We need an L tree graphic from Yaya. Love it.
Bro, the tree's already cursed. They don't need me. They don't need any help from Yaya. Dude, I choose pain. You merely adapted to pain. I was born in pain.
You know what? I still hate that the World Cup is in Qatar, and I hate that it's in the winter, but at least, we're not just going to be sitting on this Rapid season until late February, early March. We actually get to watch the World Cup in between for once.
Speak for yourself, dude. I'm gonna be crying. It's just gonna suck because I'm gonna get hyped for 2 weeks, and then Mexico's gonna lose in the round of 16, and then I'm gonna cry for that and the Rapids, and I'm just like, this sucks. Why am I even alive?
Well, yeah. Don't say that.
Why am I alive and like soccer?
We need you here.
We don't need Yaya. I'm a curse. I'm a curse to all the teams I follow.
But you're our curse, and we appreciate that. Man, okay. Okay, dude. So DC United goes into NYC FC and they win 2-1. So
at this point I'm just cheering for anything.
Sure. Yeah, why not? But all of a sudden that 3 points that everyone penciled into the end of the road trip, right? Get 4 points from this road trip. Well, 3 is the most, and is 1 even going to happen? I mean, what? How can you have any, and I mean any, bit of positivity going into this DC game? Duane, give me anything.
It's DC United.
I will counter by saying it's the Colorado Rapids.
Man, I got absolutely burned at the stake for my 7 points prediction, saying that we were going to lose these 2, and now it's you guys are like, we're not winning ever again.
I would be. I mean, they'll get a couple wins.
We're going to win.
I think 7 is actually correct. I think 7 points is actually right. And if I have to take a shot of ketchup on the pod, like I said, I'll take a shot of ketchup on the pod, like I said, because I'm a man of my word. I'm going to be a ketchup-filled human being.
They're going to call you a hot dog at the end of the day.
We got ketchup at the new bar.
Ugh.
Dude, the only positive outcome that can come from DC at this point, from the DC game.
Rubio, 5 goals.
That's literally what I'm going to say. They can lose 7-2, and I'm like, did Rubio get 5? Did Rubio get both of them? And I'm going to be happy.
Yeah. I mean, how do you even predict 2 goals? They've gone 1-1-0-1, I believe, in their last 4. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
You can't win. They only have so I said they've played 18 games without scoring 2 goals, right? They have 1-0 win this season. One win from those 18 where they scored less than 2. It is. I'm trying not to just say some foul things about this right now.
The thing is, you don't gotta be foul, but we can be honest. We can be honest that we're disappointed in this team. We're disappointed how they perform. They haven't lived up to the amount of talent they have. They keep making mental mistakes. We're not trashing the team when we say this. We're saying it as analysts that are looking at the team and saying, you know what, we like the players, they're great people, but they've messed up and they haven't played good football. That's what we're saying. We're saying that they keep making mental mistakes. Frazier maybe hasn't been at the top of his game when it comes to tactics and subs.
Yeah, I don't know what he's playing with though at this point, right?
True. But we can also talk about that. That's the thing. We can say that this team is good. I've said it all year. I believe in this team 100%. And I'm gonna be chastised. I put out a meme about myself.
Sure.
I can laugh at myself because I believed in this team all year. I know what I did.
Stone behind you.
Exactly. I know what this team, but I can also say that this team hasn't performed or lived up to its performances. Honestly, it hasn't. Sure. And that's fine. It's part of the game. It's part of being a professional. And they just need to be better. And that's starting with the defense. Lucas was bad today. Turnover after turnover and arrogant passes. Lawless and Keegan were caught off guard constantly. And that's just in the second half, basically, where that happened. But once the floodgates opened, they weren't able to stabilize and get back together. They weren't able to overcome that adversity, and that's fine. It just happens to every team. And I keep saying that this happens because, I'm saying that I don't think this happens if Jack Price plays.
So let me ask you this question. Do you think they should make no cuts in the offseason and keep this squad as long as we get Jack Price back? And we're
no. I think every team has to make changes because Poirier has said it constantly, and I believe in Poirier says our job is to replace you. And I think they're gonna look and try to replace some of these players to get better. Because just because Jack Price doesn't play, that excuses everything. But I do think that it helps them overcome some of this mental mistakes.
You need at least 2 new center backs, if not 3. You need at least 2 more midfielders. You need at least 2 wingers.
I wouldn't go as far as that many players. I would go one at each level at least, in my opinion.
Okay, well, let's say Galvan is adding 1 up top.
Yeah,
fair. Jack Price is adding 1 in the midfield, and Abubakar Keita is adding 1 at center back. So you need at least 1 center back, at least 1 midfielder, and at least 1 more on the wing. And you probably need a true striker if Yappy continues to not get his first ever MLS goal.
Yes, I'm 100% behind that. And then Ollie Laraz is also in the wings.
We've needed a striker since 2015.
Yeah,
and we've been asking for it every year. And
it's funny, we are going to get a double. We're going to get it
coming. As soon as we get the right money off the books so that we can bring them in, and still
I mean, we're gonna get a double-digit goal season from Zardes, and it's not gonna mean anything. And it's like you got a mid-season DP level striker who's gonna come in and score double-digit goals in not a full season, and it feels like that like you didn't do anything. It's just it sucks. It sucks so bad.
Isn't it kind of funny that we went from we need a DP9 to a DPCB?
I think a DPCB is 100% what they need to invest in. Like, I don't know who you can convince. I don't
John Brooks, baby, let's go get him.
John Brooks just signed somewhere. I'm gonna look it up. He just signed on a free, but if he's bad through the winter, maybe he signs with. Maybe he comes over in the MLS like winter window.
Their main transfer window.
Where I don't know where it went. Whatever, who cares? He signed somewhere. I want to say Sevilla or something like that. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, I think it's Valencia. I know it's
Valencia.
A team.
Yeah. Man, Laraz comes back. What do you think about that? I mean, do you think Laraz is going to be a piece? He has skill. Can you come back from injury like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, that ginger got to, man. Like, he has the talent. He knows how to do it.
What are the chances he's the greatest ginger athlete in American history?
100%.
Because the bar's pretty low.
Don't you talk bad about Brian Scalabrine.
I mean, I guess Bill Walton, I would say.
I know you would like that. I know that was just for you.
Red Mamba, dude.
That was just for my boy Mitch, because I know you would appreciate that.
All right, well, we're gonna kind of dig into what we can pull out of the rest of the season, what we want to see. Do we want to see big changes against DC? What we want to look at for these last 6 or so games. But first, we got to talk about the homies at Ivaka TV. They have been with us almost all season long. They are the true ride or dies. In fact, Ivaka TV is the new GOAT in Colorado sports. That is the greatest of all television. Ivaka TV delivers amped up sports coverage for Colorado fans, featuring altitude sports. You got to ride out the season with our guys, Fleming and Cello, man. You have to. AT&T Sportsnet. Catch the Rockies hunt for 69. It's huge. All in at DNVR on the hunt for 69. And, of course, the NFL Network. Get the most regional content for the lowest price for sports in Colorado, all in crystal clear HD while using less bandwidth, and enjoy over 60 entertainment channels, including news, movies, and more. Turn your home into the ultimate game viewing zone. You can even stream your teams from your phone, laptop, or tablet when you're on the go. You can also add on a discounted Sling TV bundle to get ESPN and more. Ivaka TV is only $25 a month, plus a $5 receiver fee. But right now, Colorado sports fans, just like you, Get $10 off per month for your first 3 months. That makes it $15 a month. To score this deal, go to evoca.tv/Colorado10. That's evoca.tv/Colorado10. No contracts, no catches. Evoca TV is made for champions of the remote. Thank you, Evoca TV. Shout out to you for riding with us all season long.
Also, real quick, I want to shout out a couple more of All City sponsors, which is Gametime. Gametime is really dope. Gametime, you can go get some of the cheapest tickets out there right before the game, and if you find cheaper tickets, you can actually email them, and they'll get you your money back 110% guaranteed.
110. They'll give you more than the ticket you find next time.
And we can
So-
speak it. That's not just marketing. That happened to one of our guys at CHGO in Chicago.
Our guy.
Today, one of our guys found a ticket cheaper, sent them a screenshot, and within minutes, they had given him the refund 110%.
Yep.
So we have proof now. That's not just marketing, man. That's legit.
And they are
get 110% off your next purchase, if that makes sense. So they'll pay you basically for the next time you want to go to a game.
and you guys should, that works for concerts, Rapids tickets, Broncos tickets, Rockies tickets, Avalanche, Nuggets, anything you guys are interested in. It works really good. If you guys want to check that out, we do have it in the description, so you guys should go check that out. And also, there's a chance that we might be watching the game on Sunday at the DNVR bar, which will be open. So you guys,
Not this Sunday.
Yeah.
maybe you don't know yet.
Not open. We're open
not open
Saturday
on
for the
Sunday.
Rams game. Not open Sunday.
Correct. You're actually right. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
But there's a chance here coming up next week, next Saturday, that we will be watching the game.
You'll know
at
where
the
you'll
bar.
find me on decision day. 100%.
Yeah.
At the minimum, you'll find me there.
So
Minimum.
yeah, guys, just keep an eye out for that. We're getting up and running. There's going to be really cool menus and all that. So we'd love for you guys to stop by once we're fully
B-Rate
open.
does not open tomorrow. Tomorrow's an invite-only little happy hour thing. Friday for the Buffs TCU game will be open,
Correct.
soft opening. Please don't overwhelm them. They're just trying to get their feet under them before the grand opening next weekend. We'll be open 9 to 5 on Saturday, so come check that out. I will be lost in the Colorado wilderness this time on purpose, but our guy Riley will be holding down merch sales. It's going to be so dope. We more than doubled our televisions, more than doubled our seats. It is unreal, and it's like kind of a mess right now, right? You want to know the coolest thing? You know what the coolest thing, guys, about the new bar? Do you guys know? Do you guys know what the coolest thing is? And it's not the TVs.
The
We have
fans make it
ceiling
cool.
fans.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, they're actually
we
dead.
have ceiling fans. If you guys been in that place when there's 250 crazy Avs fans for that playoff run, and it is like a good 20 degrees hotter than it should be, we got airflow now, baby. I'm so
nice.
hyped. I am so beyond hyped for the new DNVR bar. It's gonna be, you guys, it's gonna be so sick. So please come out next weekend for the grand opening. We'll try and watch every Rapids game we can there. Studios will be going, and we can do our live shows. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, and one more shout out. This is just for DNVR website in general. Subscribe to all our YouTube accounts.
Yes.
Subscribe to our Twitter at DNV_Rapids.
Follow every single person.
Exactly. Follow all of us, but also follow the actual DNVR Sports. We drop really cool thing. We have cool coverage. There's a documentary coming on Ivanka only about the Nuggets. So
Shout out
that's gonna be really cool. So just guys keep an eye up on that. We're having some really cool stuff as a company coming up.
And I think even more than that, just ride with us, man. Just ride with us.
Like, just let's get it going.
All right, Duane wants to talk about this depressing ass season, so we're gonna move on to that. Jesus Christ! Sorry for having some fun before we get back to being miserable, Duane. Good Lord. All right, Duane, tell me all about this soccer that you want to.
I'm just saying
there's
there's some interesting conversation going on in the comments.
I'm just playing.
So I didn't want it to go stale.
No, I mean we gotta hype up the new bar. We gotta build up. We gotta get people in. We gotta have some fun, and
we gotta get our shout outs in. The new bar is going to be sweet. You guys don't even know. So we can't wait to see you there.
All right. Well, Duane,
That dog breed.
DC comes up here, man. DC on Sunday. We have 4 days off on the road. What do you do with this 11 on Sunday?
I take Estevez out.
Interesting.
I think Estevez is a liability. I don't know, man. I've felt that for a long time. Not the first time I've said it. And that last goal, it's like he wasn't even in it. On that header, it just, I don't know. Dude was checked out, and for me, that's a Mac situation for me. So I'm like, if you checked out, then maybe take a break and get ready for the next game. You know,
Do you start Max? Do you start Prizo? Do you start Warner? What do you do?
Yeah, let's start Prizo. Like I'd like to see him get a full game in. For me, like, look, you know, this is not my first time saying this. Everybody knows what my prediction is for the rest of the season. I'm here to enjoy rapid soccer, and I know that's a weird thing to say because no one seems to be enjoying it right now. But I enjoy being able to see my team on the pitch and just being able to watch him. So for me, the pressure is off. Not that I have anything to do with getting us to the playoffs whatsoever.
Sure.
But for me, I'm watching to enjoy soccer at this point and enjoy rapid soccer more importantly. So
yeah,
let's get some dudes out there that we haven't get to see. You know, I would love to see more
the dogs out.
Yeah, let's get them out and play. Let's just play.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do with this 11 on Sunday?
I take Barrios out of the lineup.
Okay.
Put Lewis on the right side.
Mm.
And then I bring Lucas up as a left wing.
Interesting.
Play Drew Moore. Over Lawless.
Jesus
I try to give. I know Sebastian Anderson's been dealing with some stuff, so I don't know if he's ready.
Oh,
that's
God.
a wild call. That's a wild.
Like,
a bold move, Cotton. Let's see.
This is where we're at, dude.
I'd play Drew Moore over Wilson.
Let's talk about the bar again. Jesus Christ!
And then I'm at right back. At right back, I'm bringing in Markinich.
Oh, so Keegan plays in with Drew Moore.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
Like I play Keegan.
Don't take out guy Keegan.
Oh no, I'm not taking him out, dude. I thought Keegan was great today. Like I thought Keegan was one of like the bright spots.
Wow.
Left back. What would I do? I think I'd put Markinich left back.
Yeah.
Keegan right back. I'd go with the center backs of Moore and Lawless.
Okay.
Midfield of Priso.
Okay.
Acosta and Gutierrez.
Okay.
Put Rubio as lone striker. Right wing, Lewis. Left wing, Lucas. Try it out. See what happens.
Interesting.
Why not, dude? You're pretty much done with the season.
Yeah, you're done. So here's what I would do. I would keep Zardes and Rubio in because I do think that what they're chasing in terms of single season accomplishments do matter, and it would be nice to have 2 double-digit goal scorers. It would be nice to see
for sure.
Rubio get closer to that goal mark if he can. He's running out of games. Pretty much needs a goal a game the rest of the way. We'll see. I would like to see Max at that left or right wing spot with Jonathan Lewis because he likes to play up there anyways, and I think you ask a lot less of him with the ball at his feet when he's playing up front and outside. So that's what I would like to see. I think Lucas just needs to probably just take a game. I'd go Beta, Marcanic, Keegan, Lawless. Let Wilson chill again. Priso, Warner. And that's what I would probably do the rest of the season, honestly. I think Warner has been working his ass off.
Yeah.
He's only 32. He's not done by any stretch. And if it can help him moving forward to finish out a season strong like he has, I think he's been great to end the season. I would like to see that keep going. I don't think the result matters. 3 would be great, but what one individual accomplishment? Jesus,
I'm trying. I'm
Stop it. Stop it.
I just find it so funny that like we're all over the place because our emotions all over the place. So like one thought of me, he's like, "What else can I get from this season?"
Jeez.
Well, I like that Yaya's solution for all the individual mistakes is rewarding everybody by giving them more fun positions.
I mean, dude, Lucas is not a left back; he's a wing back.
Lucas as a left wing is interesting in that he's insane and just like you never know what will happen if he mixes it up with some defenders on a regular basis.
That's my thing. Like, I think Lucas as a left wing would be out of this world, man. Dude is feisty. Dude's gonna get up in the defender's face, and dude also loves to play so high. And he put some good balls in the box. Why not go for it? You know?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Who cares?
Try it out because you still have him on loan.
You know what I would do? I let Clinton Irwin get. No, I'm just kidding. Yarby's got to stay in goal. I'm just kidding.
You do still have him on loan. You got to figure out what are you gonna do with him if you don't, because he's clearly a wing back. You brought him in for that 5-back where he flourished.
God, he was so good, but the 5-back just sucked so bad because you don't have good center back.
Like, so you just kind of have to figure out what you want to do with Lucas. Like, I think playing him as a left wing might be an option. Maybe not this game. I might be getting ahead of myself like by 3 games.
I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves with this one, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 3 games ahead of myself. I think
just as a player, as just a pure asset, regardless of situation, anything like that, you have to trigger that buy, right? Like,
yeah.
You don't want to just let him walk back to Flamengo and let someone else, you know what I mean? Because he's still so young. Like, he's 21. Like, I don't know. I hope he sticks around. Okay, I have a question for both of you. Are you guys ready? It's a heavy hitter.
I'm so ready.
It's a heavy hitter, dude. What one individual accomplishment this Sunday? So I'm not talking about 3 points, 1 point. No points, nothing. Yeah, is that your dog?
Yes. Sorry.
Which one is it?
I have no idea. They're in the other room and they're fighting. I stay away from the dog fights, man.
Chaos. Okay. What one individual accomplishment for a player would make you the most happy this season or this game, Sunday? Duane, you go first.
I don't want to go first. I went first last time.
Well, Yahya just left the chat.
You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. It's either a Yarby shutout, because that dude has just not deserved the goal mark against him this season at all. Or it would be a Diego brace, even a Hattie, because that dude. Talk about dying for the crest. That guy, I just, every single Rubio goal is just going to make me so happy, because what else do we have? Like, go get that mark. Go get it. In the season where the whole fan base wrote you off as the 9 option, as the goal scoring option for this team, to set the goal record for a season for this club would be so sick. So that's my answer. I guess I cheated and picked 2 things, but
that's okay. I will
allow
it.
Cheat too.
Surprisingly, I don't have neither of those.
Whoa, okay, that means you should go next.
I have a Rubio assist hat trick.
3 assists.
And then him getting them to 10 assists in 1 game. So he has 10 assists.
Yeah.
And then 12 goals. So he's double digits in both. He contributed to 22 goals at least.
That's sick. Do you have a scores for those or what? Like,
at this point, dude, if the ball goes in off the deflection and they give him an assist, I'm down.
Barrios.
I would love it to be Sardis just so we can
Colin Warner hat trick.
Prieslow. I love a Prieslow, dude.
Okay, Duane, you go, because I thought of something else, but I want you to get yours off. I thought of something really exciting though.
You just jumped on mine at the end. Mine was the Priso goal.
Oh, dog!
That's what I want. You know, I'm a huge Priso fan, and I would love to see Rubio put up 2 or 3, because I really want him to break that record too.
So bad.
Like, that would save the season for me, to give me something to cheer for. That would happen. But mine would be Priso, because I don't know. because obviously I don't talk to Prizo. But I just feel like, him being the new kid and not getting the starts that I know he wants, and people not really knowing him quite yet, as far as like the average fan that just goes and shows up to the matches at the Dick. And I have such high hopes for him for the future. And I would love for more people to jump on the Prizo wagon. So I would love to see that happen at DC.
That's so sick. I hope he gets it. You know who I else really, really hope gets a goal?
Can I guess?
Danny Wilson.
No,
that was my guess. My guess was Max
on the field. Max, though, man, I just think he wasn't. He's. I think he has all the talent in the world. I think he has impact player level potential in the MLS. And just to end the season with a goal or two I think that changes his course for the offseason and his development so much more than just looking up and seeing a 0 there at the end of the season. Or an assist, like anything. Get on the goal sheet. Like, contribute to a goal in this game.
What would you rather see? A Prizo goal, a Max goal, or a Yappy goal?
Max. 100%. Max. Yappy's 17.
Yeah.
Right?
How about you, Duane?
Prizo.
Yeah, makes sense. I'll take Yappy because I'm a Yappy guy, but I think it's definitely Max the goal that I would give it to. Because Prizo's not going to be a goal scorer, but Yappy and Max could be in the future.
I love it, B-Ray. I love it. All three score. And Rubio breaks and a Zionist goal.
And we score 10 goals.
Wow.
And we make it to Mars. All in one game.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow.
Sunday
real
quick.
What a day. I'm so excited for Sunday now.
Dude, again, it's going to be a lift off to a new world.
If I'm not completely lost in the wilderness of...
It's so insane to me. So, Midge, what are you going to the wilderness for?
We have a wilderness permit to backpack in Rocky Mountain National Park starting tomorrow through Sunday. So I'm going to hike basically from the shores of Grand Lake up a mountain and set up camp somewhere and hang out on top of a mountain.
Second question, follow up to that. Who would you rather get lost in the mountain for this one game, Hani Mukhtar or the ref?
Ooh, and I can make one of them stay lost in the mountain?
Yes, for this game. Nobody's injured. Hypothetical, people.
I really like Hani Mukhtar, so this ref is fine with me. I think Hani Mukhtar is dope. I'm all in.
Just launch him in the middle of the wilderness and be like, "Yep, we don't need you today."
I don't know where this ref went. Weird. I don't know. I don't know.
How about you, Duane? Who would you? Which of the two would you put in the mountain and just let them get lost for this game? We find them after the game. We find them. They're okay. They ate a bobcat
and Taxi Fontas hanging out.
So we do find them.
Yeah, we find them afterwards, after the game.
Because I'm just like, God, I feel horrible about this. This is awful.
No. They killed the bobcat. They had food. They're good. Like they're good.
I mean, I'm never gonna be on the ref side. I don't feel like the refs have ever been on our side. So I feel horrible. I don't like this question at all.
No, man. I honestly, this is just kind of my segue of talking about the ref, how inconsistent he was again. Don't blame the refs for this loss, not one bit. But it's starting to get annoying, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the no call on the Rapids penalty was fine.
Yeah,
I think the penalty awarded was bad. I don't know.
Well, not the thing, but one of the things, and I mentioned this during the match on Twitter, is we're never going to get any favors from refs.
Nope.
When everybody on the entire squad wears the armband. Because right now, like, what I needed for Rubio to do is to turn around to the rest of the squad and say, look at me. I am the captain now. Like, that's what I needed. And I needed everybody else to kind of step back. let's jump into
Yeah, you're right, and it's not going to happen the rest of the season. So let's dig into this Joseph question, because the Rapids. This is one of the things I think when you have to factor in this question is exactly what Duane was talking about, is this attitude on the field and focus on the hustle, right? Like look, I'm going to get any chance I can to mention this, but obviously Eric Ten Hag has come in and made this United team sprint. The goal is to sprint more times than the other team, to run more kilometers than the other team, to outwork the other team, and you will win games. And this team spends more time talking to the refs than probably any team in the league, and less time hustling than probably any team in the league. So when you factor in this, who played tonight that you want to see out there? Rubio, easy. Yarby, easy. Lewis, easy. Keegan, easy.
That's where we start making decisions.
Is there any easies? There's no more easies. So there's nothing else easy on that. I think unless you really go find
not Lawless for you.
I don't look. I'm a Lawless guy, but I think
Lawless for me.
He's a great third center back. I think we rely too much on him. I think I unless you go find a left back, like a good left back, I think Lucas should probably be starting too.
Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? Because you're left winger.
Sure. Yeah, sorry, striker Lucas. I don't.
What about Sardis?
I mean, I think yes. I have no problem with that at all. Really. I think it's an easy. I think if he wants to come back, you cannot hand him that piece of paper fast enough.
What about Acosta, Brian Acosta? He's been reliable.
He played really well in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I think he feeds into that ref question. I think he's gotten more yellows than I don't know, man. I don't know how many. Does he lead the league in yellows? Like he might. Like he really might.
That's a Joseph question.
I could look it up. I'm not going to. Obviously, I'm just going to speculate wildly on the internet. But yeah, I don't know.
So let's go through it. Max Alves, you don't want him as your opening day starter, right?
Probably not. But I do think you want him in those 5 off the bench every game.
Hopefully. Of course. Yeah. What about Felipe Gutierrez if he comes back?
I think that's a fine bring back too, as long as he's not starting.
Okay, so not a home opener starter.
We're just talking starters, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just people that anybody that played today. Would you like to play him in the home opener for starting next year? The season opener.
That's hard because there's people on that didn't get to play that I would rather see start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's actually the ones that played. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All
right. Who else played today? Did Colin Warner get in?
At the very end.
Right at the end. Him and Prizo came on.
Colin Warner and Prizo opening
Prizo, yes.
Starters.
Yes.
Next year.
Prizo, I would like
Prizo start day 1 and start 30 games.
Yes.
So far we have Lucas.
Yes.
No Lawless.
No.
And Lucas is a no for me. Just I'm putting that out there.
So let's vote on Lucas. I think he'll be an opening day starter.
I think that's a lock. Yeah.
So
I think that's unfortunate.
I think he's good.
I think
I just think he needs to mature, and that happens with young guys.
Right, but I don't think he's going to mature that quickly. So I'm not. That's why I'm saying starter. I'm not saying get him off the team. I'm just saying.
I would prefer that he matures on the field than sitting on the bench because he's going to cost a good deal of money to keep around. So
yeah, that's for sure.
That's me.
Fair.
So I think he needs the minutes to be better. I think it's fine. I think the price is fine. He's a 22-year-old Brazilian stud with a ton of speed and skill. He just needs to cool his temper down, really, and focus.
So right now we have Lucas, no center backs, and Keegan, I'm guessing, and Yarby. That's our back. That's our defense.
Mm-hmm.
From anybody that played today, in the midfield we got Priso.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Up top.
Price didn't play.
Yeah. Up top we got Lewis, Rubio, and that's it.
Lewis.
Yeah, that's right. Lewis and Rubio.
Yeah.
Oh, I want Zardes back. I don't think you're going to improve that 9. I don't think you are.
want him
I really hate to
starting.
see that, and I would like him to start. I think you keep. I think you replace Barrios if you can, but you find someone who plays a very similar run it down style, who's just a better version. And I don't think that's Nicholson either, but I do think it's like I think you found something in those 4, right? Yeah. And I think Mikey's the easiest one to improve by far because he scored 1 goal this season, 1, and has like 3 assists or 4 assists, something like that. I think that's the move. But those 3 are good. Like those 3 are good together. I think you should continue to keep them together.
Would you bring back Sardis, Duane?
I would, and here's why. The Rapids have not shown over the past at least 7 years that they're going to go out and get a striker. They say it, but they don't do it. So this is not me bitching or complaining. This is me looking at the facts and the data. Yeah. And that's what the facts tell us, is that they're not going to do it. And so that being what it is, I would like to see Zardes come back. If he wants to come back and if it doesn't break the bank, sure. Because, I love it when he's there to pick up the rebounds and
that goal was sick.
just to be there with that wisdom that he has, being a veteran, to know where to be to pick up that stuff. Yeah. We're not a goal scoring machine, as we've all talked about, so we need somebody who's going to make heads up plays like that. So
he's going to score double-digit goals.
Yeah,
Galvan should replace Barrios.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually the actual real move.
So we're bringing back for him.
Yeah, we're bringing back Zardes then. So right now we got Louis Zardes, Priso,
that's it,
Lucas Keegan, and Yarby playing from this actual squad, from whoever played today, playing next year as starting 11.
And that's good. Tough. That's good. Because we have a lot of guys to fill in that are already on the team. Like that's not like a horrible thing. I mean, you still have Galvan and you have Price and you have, it's not saying these are the only guys we have. It's just saying that out of the guys who started tonight. So don't lose the bigger picture for sadness. I know that's the theme of tonight is sadness. But there's other really great pieces to fill in those pieces that we didn't just fill in with tonight's players.
Well, the thing is, it's not tough for next year. It's tough for this year. Like, we're looking at it right now, and it's like, it's tough because out of your, how many players played? 14? 14, 15? I didn't get the fight. How 14, 15 players Rapids played today?
They played.
So out of
14.
14 out of those 14 players, you would only want 2, 3, 4. You would only want like 5 actually playing in the game next
starting.
year.
I think there's
starting. Exactly, but that's tough. That means that 11 of those players were actually starters.
Well, so that means you're also starting Price, and you're starting.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about like this year though. Like you're basically saying that this year, like this game, you would replace 6 starters if you could.
Yes, because we have guys who are injured that I really want to.
But that's my point. That it's tough. It's not tough because these players are bad. It's tough because you didn't have these players, and that's basically 6 starters missing.
Yeah,
that's my point. My point is not that like, oh my god, like this team sucks, replace everybody. My point's like, damn, it's tough that you're already missing all these players, and you can tell by when you do this exercise.
I don't think this is the worst roster in the league.
Not even close.
A lot of talent, but I don't think there's any roster in the MLS that is finishing the season with a worse run of form. That is always failing to put it together.
I'll always put Inter Miami in that conversation.
Yeah, but Inter Miami is at least pulling out wins, man.
I got that from you, Rudo. Love you, Budo.
Hey, B-Ray says no more nutmeg. Well, tough cookies, B-Ray. We're doing it anyway.
So this is the thing, man. If you see nutmeg, just fade him immediately. Fade him. Go nutmeg. If you think the Rapids are winning, if you think the Rapids are winning, go put all your money on the other team. If you think the other team's winning, go put all your money on the Rapids. It's fade nutmeg next season.
Yo, fade nutmeg. That is the Perfect ending to this podcast. Guys, we'll be back Sunday post-game against DC. Hopefully it's a winner's lounge. We only have 6 more opportunities. P-Ray's right. 2 wins and Omega is a -9 goal differential in 0-2.
It's
That's
not
okay.
the guinea pig's fault. It's the team's fault.
I blame the guinea pig. They hadn't lost. They lost.
Nutmeg's fault.
They
Nutmeg's fault.
lost 10 goals because that's Nutmeg came into the
Brutal.
picture.
Brutal in here tonight.
Duane, go ahead and plug us away there, guy.
Hey, man, I'm just plugging what we talked about earlier. We're all super excited about the bar opening back up. We can't wait to see everybody come hang with us and just get back to that community that we love and that we miss so much. So we can't wait to see you there at our home. Like at our home. It's just as much your home as it is ours. So we're pumped. We will be letting you know when we're going to be watching matches from the bar, and we're excited to have you.
There's a menu item called the Kale Macargarita, so that's pretty tight. Yeah, go ahead and plug away.
DMVR_Rapids. Follow us, interact. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want to see. Hopefully, we can start getting some cool stuff for you guys. Follow DMVR Sports. Give us a like on YouTube. Follow my guys Mitch and Duane. Dope follows. And follow everything else DNVR does. I know the DNVR Avalanche guys are also getting started here pretty soon. They had a cool interview with a DU guy today. It was really fun. So go look at all that. It's going to be a lot of fun DNVR wise.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, make it out to the bar next weekend for the grand opening, capped off on Monday Night Football with Broncos Seahawks. And watch Russ go in and get some revenge and start the season off 1-0. Get your merch. Put me to work. Sales are over. I'm kind of just hanging out. Riley needs to do some stuff. Beautiful shirt on Duane. You guys have seen the scarf. So go ahead and do that. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave reviews 5 stars, please. Not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. 5 and 5 only. And it really helps us out. It goes a very, very long way. So do that. You know what you're supposed to be doing in the chat right now, too. So go ahead and start that up. Because there's only one thing that really matters. There's only one thing that really matters. There's the only thing we end it with every single time. Even when they pull out the knife and just shank us with it.
Cody,
you know what we say? Up the pits.